28 Years Later is the third instalment of the Zombie Apocalypse 28 franchise, and this is the first film in a new trilogy. Alex Garland, writer of the original film 28 Days Later, returns, and so does director Danny Boyle. This was executive produced by Academy Award winning actor Cillian Murphy, who played the lead role in the first film. The film is about a group of survivors of the Rage virus living on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission into the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders and horrors that have mutated not only the infected but also other survivors. I very much enjoyed 28 Days Later. It changed the zombie subgenre with its camera work to look realistic and like a documentary, and essentially created these zombies, known as the infected, to have the capabilities to run and only feel rage, which in my opinion makes them the most unstoppable, threatening and terrifying type of zombies I have ever seen. 28 Weeks Later I found to be okay-ish. I liked the opening, really nail-biting stuff, and it got me interested, but after that I just couldn't connect with the script and its one-dimensional characters. With 28 Years Later, I found this to be a moving, intense, gruesome and strong great start to this new trilogy. Danny Boyle returning as director aced it. Just like with 28 Days Later, once again Boyle doesn't show a typical zombie film. He presents so much liveliness of energy, style and personality. Within the film's excellent pacing, it's always on the move and there is never a boring moment. In addition towards the editing, it's so fast, tight and rapid. The mixed use of coverage, sound and music keeps you intrigued and uneasy, such as the poem Boots by Rudyard Kipling, which was first shown back on that first teaser trailer. It makes you think about one of the film's main themes about the long repetitiveness of war. In the case of this film is humans versus infected, which has now been for 28 years. Visually, it's an eye-catching and breathtaking experience of the locations of the remote island and the dangerous mainland. With its excellent world building of this island, its people, the community, and on the other side this mainland, you feel pulled in and placed in the characters' shoes. The film maintains a constant creepy and eerie tone, marked by considerable uncertainty, and this especially happens when some of the characters go on the mainland. On this mainland, there is this bone temple, and this production set is so impressive, disturbing, and so messed up that you can't take your eyes off looking at all of these bones and skulls. By already giving credit to Danny Boyle's directing, I have to also credit the fantastic cinematography by DOP Anthony Dodd Mantley. The use of cameras of these incredible establishments, wide and Dutch shots. And if you've seen on social media, the use of 20 iPhones on this massive rig. If you aren't familiar with Danny Boyle as a filmmaker, he's always passionate about finding a way for the audience to experience an engaging, experimental and some cinematic experience. Just as with the use of the digital camcorders for 28 Days Later, and now with these iPhones for this new film, it truly felt cinematic. Again, seeing a new Boyle film makes me respect him more as a storyteller. Let's now talk about the infected in 28 Years Later. This new type was all memorable, aggressive and frightening to watch, and I have to praise the brilliant hair, makeup and practical effects. The film never plays it safe. The way the infected kill the living, full of disturbing and satisfying kills with its brutal and gory effects. There was this specific kill by an infected known as an alpha, and without giving too much away, it reminded me of a kill from a Predator film. I don't know how this film got away with a 15 rating by the BBFC. The acting was phenomenal. Aaron Taylor-Johnson as Jamie and Ray Fiennes as Dr. Kelson both showed so much effort and enjoyment. Jodie Comer as Isla and Alfie Williams as Spike, the son to Jamie and Isla, were also phenomenal, and in my opinion, they were the two standouts to me, particularly during the more emotional and intense scenes of the film. All of the characters were likeable, memorable, flawed and sympathetic individuals. Regarding Alex Garland's realised script, this film does a great job of showing an interesting perspective from a child's point of view, who is mainly the character Spike. On being brought up and growing up in a post-apocalyptic world and not knowing anything what life was like before the outbreak of the Rage virus. You believe in Spike's point of view and arc of having to learn to defend himself and to survive against the horrors out there on the mainland. You also believe in Spike's chemistry with his mum and dad and the different relationships he has with them, which I feel is the emotional core of 28 Years Later, is a family drama film about courage and care. With my other notes, it never felt like a cash grab and it never used forced nostalgia from the other two previous 28 films, and instead it's going for its own thing here. My only issue with this film was that the CGI looked noticeable and it could have been improved, such as you see some obvious CGI bats, CGI water and some CGI wind turbine blades. I do think viewers will be divided by this film's ending. Without giving too much away, it's introducing Jack O'Connell's character, and I don't think that's a spoil there because he's been credited on this film for a while now on IMDb, and way before this film was released. It's part of a teaser for the second film, which is called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. The reason why I think it won't be for everyone is the tone. This moment comes across as fun, energetic, but also absurd on a cartoon level, that some may feel that they've unexpectedly entered a different film. But I liked it. It's typical and classic Danny Boyle, it's self-aware, and it's made me feel more interested about this second film. Again, it's been written by Alex Garland and directed by Nia DaCosta. If you don't know already, the first and second film was shot back to back, and I believe that The Bone Temple is scheduled to be released on January the 16th for next year, which I'm looking forward to. I had a great time with 28 Years Later. I really hope this does well at the box office, and I cannot wait to see where this trilogy goes next. This is worth checking out in UK cinemas if you're either a fan of the subgenre, and of course, if you're a fan of the 28 franchise. My rating of 28 Years Later is a recommendation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please let me know your thoughts about the film in the comments below. Feel free to watch another video. Have a wonderful day, and until next time.